to learn how to use this board, the electric foil board. We have a remote control, we have the mast, the engine, and there is a battery in the back, okay? So what you need to know is about the remote. I'm not sure you can see, but we have a power button, a minus and a plus, okay? So right now the remote is locked, meaning that if I go on the trigger, nothing happens. You see a locker. This is the trigger, so nothing is happening to that engine, okay? To unlock the remote, I will press the minus and hold until the lock opens. Right now you can see, if I press the trigger, the engine is running. And if I increase the plus, you see I'm increasing the plus with full trigger. You will see more thrust going on. Alright? Cool. So right now, again, it's locked. I will use the minus to unlock. Once I unlock, I have the thrust. We will keep a number around 4. I have 4 here, 4 or 5. Why? Because it's 4 from 24. I have 24 levels of thrust. 4, you will not even move. Very slow movement. Means that you can have a full trigger on 4 and nothing will happen, or very slow movement. Keep the full trigger on and then go with the full trigger fully pushed, go on the plus and increase thrust, okay? To go on your knees from a laying down position. So this is the board, okay? This is the board. I'm laying down. I have my elbows on the board. Every time with the full trigger I increase 1 time the thrust, I will adjust my weight to the front because it has a pitch up tendency, the engine, alright? Keep the full trigger all the time. Now I am at 5. I'll go to 6. I will have to go again to the nose. I need my board to be parallel to the water, okay? Once I'm at about 6 or 7, I can go on my knees. So let's check it out. Instead of doing something like that, try to do something like this. You don't change your center of gravity and the board stays the movement is the same. You don't create drag. You don't want the board to be on this in this position regarding the water. You want it to be aligned with the water, okay? Good. So once you are on your knees on the board and the nose is not too much up or too much down, you are aligned with the water, you will increase 1 more, maybe to 8. You have these handles. You can grab one handle. Imagine I'm grabbing a handle. You can bend to this side, the board will turn to that side, alright? With the remote you can grab the other handle, put the other hand to that side, you will bend towards that side, the board will turn left. That's how you stay on your knees. Now you are on your knees, you are able to make a turn to the right, able to make a turn to the left. Let's try to fly, okay? You increase to maybe 9 or 10 depending on your weight. Usually you have to bend towards the front a little bit to get some acceleration. Once you have that speed, by bringing your back to straight position again, or even by taking your weight out of your knees like that, something like that is enough to make the board fly. Remember, you always have your trigger in full thrust position. So once you are in the air, once the board starts going to the air, all that energy being used to compensate the drag in the water is gone. You have more power. The board will speed up and will start going higher. Finally now, you need to release a little bit the trigger, okay? Just a little bit. Instead of keeping going up, by releasing the trigger, you will adjust the thrust in a way you stay parallel. And that's how you fly. Flight. Try not to stay in the air too long. Just release the trigger enough so you go back to the water. Once in the water, go full trigger again, bend forward, get that speed again and do another takeoff, alright? Every time you take off, you will stay longer in the air. After the third or fourth takeoff, you'll be able to control the board in the air. But initially, you do small flights, small parabolic flights. Once you are in the air, release trigger, go back to the water. Once you are in the water, go full trigger, bend forward, get that speed, go in the air. So this is flying on your knees with a low center of gravity. Now you want to do, you've got the experience how it flies, you know how to handle the board, you will use that experience to fly on your feet, okay? So right now, differently from this, you will try to bring your knees like that. Once you have your knees like that, you can put your hand open with the full trigger on the board, okay? Keep it like that. Go on your hands. Put your arms straight. Once you have that position and you are in control, the board is aligned with the water, you want your back foot to go near your knee, okay? Bring it near to your knee. My knee is here, my back foot is here. Once I have it here, I can bring my body up, so I bring the front foot, okay? And if I have the front foot in front of me, I don't stand up, I stay low. I stay low and I adjust my weight on the board towards a more efficient position. Usually the nose is too much pitching up, so I bring my weight a little bit to the front. Once the nose is aligned with the water, I start to stand up, okay? I don't get full knees. I don't have my knees straight. I have my knees bended, but I have my back straight, okay? Don't bend towards the front. The board will start turning. Stay straight. Don't try to fly. Just try to grab feel the board and feel comfortable on the board before starting to fly, all right? Right now I'm laying down, I'm standing up, and now I will explain you how to fly on your feet, okay? Again, you are at full trigger, you go from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, now you have to adjust your weight. Now you start bringing your knees up, use your hands to support your body, put the back foot near your knee, put the front foot, align your feet, get on your feet, keep your knees bended and a straight back. Full trigger. I'm used to the board now, I can turn, I can go straight, I'm not flying. I never change position on a thrust setting that I can fly. I always keep a low thrust setting, enough to get on my feet or on my knees, but don't fly, okay? Now I'm on my feet, okay? I will go with full trigger one more. The board starts moving faster, but a lot of drag, my nose is up, so I change my weight to the front, a little bit. The front and the back foot go to the front. So, right now, check it out. I have full trigger, I am at 7 or 8, I'm standing up, I will increase to 9. So my back foot goes a little bit to the front. I bend my weight to the front so I get more speed, okay? Once I have that speed, it will not fade out if my back foot goes back again. It goes back. Now, my center of gravity is between my 2 legs. And probably I'm already flying. If not, I increase one more, the board starts moving faster, but a lot of drag, my nose is up, so I change my weight to the front, a little bit. The front and the back foot go to the front. So, right now I'm laying down, I'm standing up, I will increase to 9. So my back foot goes a little bit to the front. I bend my weight to the front so I get more speed, okay? Once I have that speed, it will not fade out if my back foot goes back again. It goes back. Now my center of gravity is between my 2 legs. And probably I'm already flying. If not, I increase one more, on the thrust setting and I'll be flying. Again, once in the air, you have too much thrust because of no drag. You have to release a little bit the trigger. Always keep your knees bent, always keep your back straight. Go back to the water. Don't try to fly for long flights. Just bring your body a little bit to the front or release a little bit the trigger. Go to the water, go full trigger again. Change your back foot again to the front position. Maybe 2 centimeters is enough, all right? And then once you have that speed, bring it back, you will fly again.